Alright, application to the UK. So, it's different to where I lived, it's different to Trinidad. As I said, I studied in Canada, so it's a different system as well. So, you know, it's a little bit to get your head around it. So I had to do research just as you guys are doing now, going to the fairs, seeing people like me speak. You know, it feels kind of funny being on the other side, and those sort of things. So taking a look at what are the grade requirements, what are the non-academic requirements. That is, some courses require that you need to do some, you know, work experience, or you have been working for X many years, or you need other tests, whether it's, you know, English language tests or GMAT, GRE. Different universities require different things. For me, luckily, my grades were the main thing they were looking at, and of course, English language and some work experience. Personal statement, something to bear in mind, and when I was writing mine as well, you know, I wanted to say, one day I want to be an international officer and travel to Sao Paulo. So I've realized my dream, right? But actually, they want to hear more, you know, more specifically, you on the course, why do you want to do this? If you're doing research, you know, what interests you in that research, how are you going to contribute to that sort of, you know, area of knowledge and area of expertise in the future. In terms of interviews, some universities do require interviews. Luckily at the time, mine did, and I was in the UK at the time, so luckily I could have done that. Some of them require, you know, Skype or phone. Some just require a personal statement, so that's why that in many cases is very important. Deadlines, me included. I'm a last minute kind of guy in many cases. Some of you may be as well. So just make sure you sort of set yourself timeline. This is the deadline to apply. Deadline to apply for scholarships if you're looking for scholarships, because they vary. And each university can be a little bit different. So make sure that you know, get it all down. I myself and my mom always ask me, so what are you doing? Are you applying? Are you doing? You know, she wasn't there with me, but she always kept reminding me. So I did it in good time, and luckily everything worked out well. Got my scholarship, get everything sorted out. So my advice is really start from early. You know, you have lots of time. If you're looking for September next year, for example, get it all in order as soon as possible and get it ready. Don't put all your hopes on one player. So, I went to the World Cup in 2006, and this year I went as well. Supported Brazil proudly with all of my Brazilian friends. A lot of hopes were on Mr. Kaká and certain players to lift that World Cup. Unfortunately, as we all know, it did not happen. Something to sort of bear in mind is that, you know, you may really want to go to this particular course, this university, but still have a backup plan. Still have Ronaldinho on the bench, for example. Just play. I know it's controversial. So just have a backup plan. Don't think, okay, this is exactly what's going to happen. You know, plan for the best, but prepare for other choices and other decisions, because in my case, luckily it worked out as I planned, but I did have a backup plan just in case plan A didn't work. Okay? In terms of applications, some universities charge an application fee, so take a look at that. If that's going to be a factor, you know, you might decide certain ones over other ones. Contact with departments. So, undergraduate courses, for most cases, people just apply via UCAS. Masters, similar, it's usually just a direct application. Sometimes you may contact the department in advance to find out a bit more information. Like I said, doing your research and so on. As well as, particularly for research courses, you may want to speak to a particular professor, because it's kind of an idea of they choose you and you choose them. It's not just you're in, it's also I want to be in. So it's a sort of conversation, particularly for PhD and research students.